Hey guys, today we're going to walk you through the operation of the 860C color e-bike display. To start, we've got our control pad here with a plus button, a minus button, menu button, and power button. To turn it on, hold your power button for about 5 seconds. Should have screen come and light up. To turn the bike off, again, just hold your power button for a few seconds. It'll turn it off. Now let's go over a little bit on what this can do. So to change your level of pedal assist, you can press the plus and minus button. That'll change your assist level on the display there. You can press the menu button to change some of your information that's down at the bottom. So you've got a trip odometer, a riding time, total odometer, and average speed, and the max speed that you've reached on the bike, as well as some range data. Now you can also turn on your headlight by holding the plus button here. Hold it for a couple of seconds. Your headlight indicator will come on when that's showing. Turn it off. Just hold the plus button again. You can enter your e-bike's walk mode by holding the minus button down. Hold it down for about 3 seconds. This will move the motor at about 6 kilometers per hour speed. Let go of the button to get your walk mode to stop. And now let's go over the settings menu that we have. So to enter this, you need to double press the M button, 2 quick taps, and you're in. To navigate through this, just use your plus and minus to go up and down. The menu button to enter, or if you need to exit this at any time, you can navigate to exit, or you can double press this menu button again. For start, we'll go into the display. So there's the language, that changes the language everything's displayed in. The system setting allows you to change your units of speed and distance from metric to imperial, depending on which you prefer viewing while you ride. Press the menu button again, that'll get your change saved, and then hit back. Now let's move on to brightness. That just shows how bright the backlight of your display is. You can go maxed, or you can go a little lower if that's just what you prefer for your riding conditions. Auto off changes how long the display will stay on if you're not operating it. By default, it's 5 minutes. You can increase or decrease this to whatever you prefer. USB port, that shows how the USB port, if it will be able to be used for charging external devices or not. You can change it to on or off if you're not going to be doing any charging. The clock, that just sets the time that your bike is using, and you can set it here. Just go through setting by setting, or date by date, year, month, day, hour, minute, second. And you can change it from a 24-hour clock, 12-hour clock, or just hide it all together if you don't want to care about the time while you're riding. Scenes, this changes how your main interface looks. So what we showed you before was the modern mode. Well, you also have classic mode here, which we'll show off really quick. Just go back and back again. It still shows the same information as you had before, just laid out a little bit differently. Let's go back into looking at our settings here. We've got the e-bike menu, start password, that sets a password that needs to be entered every time you turn on the display to ride the bike. And keep in mind, once you set that password, it is set and Biktrix cannot remotely reset it. You need to either remember that password or replace the display if you've lost it. The assist level settings allows you to change the number of pass assist levels that your bike has. You can change it between 5, 9, or 3, depending on how many times you want to click up or down to get more or less power. The wheel size just relates to how your bike detects speed based on wheel rotation. That should be set perfectly from the get-go and no need to change it. Battery, this will show the voltage that your battery is using. Leave it at set to controller and your bike will take care of the rest. Battery indicator. Now this will let you change how you want your battery life indicated showed. You can have it set to percent for static percentage or voltage to show the exact battery voltage. The voltage setting can be useful when trying to troubleshoot bike issues. You can also turn it to off, but you should probably have your battery life showing while you're riding. Power indicator. This changes how your power output is displayed, so you can view it as power in watts or current being sent by the controller. Set to whatever you prefer. Light sensor. This changes the automatic light sensor that will automatically turn on your headlight. So you can set it to low sensitivity, high, or middle, just to change how sensitive it is to darkness to automatically turn your headlight on. Now we have the advanced settings here. To this, you'll need to enter a password to get in. This default password should just be 1919. Use your plus and minus to change the number, and the menu button to move forward. And from here, you can change the motor speed limit on the bike. Just click in here, and you can press up and down to change it to whatever you'd like, or whatever is your legal regulation based on where you're living. You can change that to whatever you need, and click back to exit. Now the other settings are restore factory. That will just restore your factory settings to what it was when you turned that on. You shouldn't need to do this to revert any changes. And information just shows a little bit more information about your display and indicators. And you can click exit and you're back to here. Hope that helps you learn all about your new 860C e-bike display.